Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while since I did a YouTube video, and that's because I've been very much busy with second year, and right now I'm happy that we are finally done with the academic year and I'm a free agent. I get to do anything now and hence I'm doing YouTube videos as well. So today's video is going to be basically me answering your Instagram questions. So basically, for those of you who are not following me on Instagram, then why not go and follow now at Sihle_medic. So basically, on Instagram I did a Q&A, asked people to ask me questions on medicine or anything medical school related. And then I got a couple of responses and I'm going to be answering those today. So I hope you guys enjoy. Before I even get started with these questions, I must say, like, time really flies, guys. Hey, like, it feels like yesterday when I was just doing my first YouTube video explaining my journey to medicine, and here we are today. We've survived what we were told is the most hectic um, year in medicine, a year where we are told has the highest failure rate, and we have survived. We are done with it now. A third down in medicine, going to third year next year. Super excited for that. It was surely a roller coaster of a year, very challenging, but yeah, I'll leave the rest of description of how second year was to your questions. Yeah, so let's get started. So yeah, I have the responses here. So I will be reading your names and the questions. Right. So the first question is from No Sandiswa. She says, which year was the hardest for you? Okay, with this one, I think it's very easy. Obviously, it was second year. Yeah, it was second year because first year, like I said in my first video I did, like first year I did a few modules because I had credited some BSc modules. So it wasn't much, yeah, it wasn't very much challenging for me because I had time, especially first semester. So when second semester came of first year, in as much as it felt hectic, but at least I had that stored energy because first semester rather, was very much chilled and relaxed for me. But second year was just too much. It was just too much. I feel like it was too much workload and not enough time to grasp the information. And what I didn't like about second year was that we weren't given enough time to actually go through things twice. I'm someone who likes going through things over and over. So when I prepare for a test, I prefer going through notes like at least 3-4 times before I can say I'm ready. Whereas like this year I saw that like you need to sort of like learn something now and get it because you won't get time to go back and relearn that thing. So for me that was really challenging. So yeah, second year was really tough. Our main modules this year were so we had physiology, then we had anatomy, we had ethics, anatomical pathology, and microbiology. And then we had those smaller blocks, introduction to clinical medicine, GNK and GPS, which are like your OSCE modules. Okay, so the next question is from Halal Papi. He says, what advice would you give a student studying BSc Physics ECP at UP trying to get into medicine? So I think this advice is just going to be a general one to anyone wanting to work towards getting to medicine, no matter what degree you're studying, really. So I think firstly you must just be aware that with things now having moved to online learning because of COVID, like competition is now more difficult. So like what used to be the standard to get into medicine pre-COVID has now not even become the bare minimum. I mean, 2019, 2018, going backwards, like getting an average of 75% was almost a guarantee that you will get admitted for medicine. And now getting an 80 is not even a guarantee. People are getting 85s and above because of online learning. So just make sure you do your best, work hard, and be aware that in as much as you are working hard, someone else out there is working just as hard as you, if not harder than you. So just put in the effort and capitalize on subjects that you're good at. If there's a module that you know you can get a 90 there, get that 90 so that it can help pull up. If you have a weak module, for example, that can help pull up your average. So do that, man, and um, aim for those good marks. Aim for those good marks. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it at the end. If it means having to sacrifice sleep, if it means having to sacrifice social life, like do you. But if you are also the type of person that good at balancing, and for you, in order to thrive academically, you need to have a very lit social life. Do that. Like there's no formula really. Just do what you can do, and yeah, just hope for the best. Yeah. So next question is from Shireen Dichabe. I hope I pronounced that right. She says, with all the strikes that keep happening at SMU, what kept you motivated while studying BSc? Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I did my BSc in life sciences at SMU back in 2018 and 2019. So I only did 2 years of BSc. Then I transferred to medicine the following year here at UP. So, Shireen, with the strikes, I think the strikes has its pros and its cons. Okay, so for me, the positives from the strike was that they gave me time to actually go back to my work and relook at, relook it and revise even more. So I'm generally a lazy student, so I'm always behind. So when that 1 week of protest comes, for me it was an opportunity to say, okay, now Sihle, this is the time to go over your work, to do as many past papers as you can. So for me, Shem, I never complained. I was one of those students that when it was strike time, I was like, yes, thank you, God. Thank you, God, you came at the right time to save me. Because I remember even before, in second year, when I was doing my second year of BSc, like we had a strike somewhere mid-year. I don't know if it was May or what time, yeah, but before the mid-year exams, we had those strikes. And had it not been for those strikes, I wouldn't have gotten my distinctions. Honestly, in all those modules, I wouldn't have. Because I remember for all my modules, I was doing 4 modules per semester. My semester mark before the exam, I only had one distinction out of the 4 modules. But because of the strike, I had time to now, re-strategize and put in more effort into my work. So it really helped me study more efficiently and give me more time. I ended up doing well and getting distinctions in all 4 modules. So it's good in that sense, but it's also bad in a sense that now it delays you in terms of applications, because you apply in other institutions as well to get into medicine. So if another institution says we want your final results by this date, and your university had a protest now, and now everything is delayed and you're only going to get your results later, so it becomes a problem to you as an applicant now, because you end up missing out on opportunities um, elsewhere, because now you don't have the marks to submit. So and other institutions, every other institution gets like a lot of applicants, so you end up losing that spot because you don't have anything to. Okay, here's another one from Rionda. Okay, she says, hello, can one transfer from chemical engineering to MBCHB? Definitely, Rionda, definitely. You can transfer to MBCHB from any degree, any degree. Yeah. And the next one is, from Nosandiswa again. Okay, wow, I love this one. When do you start getting paid? Fifth or sixth year? I love this one. I love this one. I wish Nosandiswa. Unfortunately, we don't get paid until we complete the degree. So MBCHB is 6 years. So you only start getting paid the following year when you're doing your internship. So internship is 2 years, and then you get 1 year of community service, and then after that you are a medical officer. So payment only starts after the 6th year, basically. Other than that, you are just a volunteer. Yeah, but I wish same. I wish. Okay, here's another one from Natasha. She says, how to choose the right medical school. Okay, Natasha, what is the right medical school? Let's start there. I think if you're in South Africa, especially, like you don't have that luxury of just saying I want to go there, especially when it comes to medicine, because you know it is so competitive. We have few medical schools. I mean, only 10. And if you go back to a video I've done before, you'll see that like the number of spaces that each institution has, it's so limited, and so you don't have that privilege like other countries to say, oh, I'll just go there or there or there or there, because each state has so many medical schools. Here, like it's really limited. Um, but I think one thing I want to emphasize on when it comes to that choosing of medical schools, I think go where you are accepted. Go where you're accepted. If you get accepted at maybe more than one, you're one of those lucky ones that get more than one acceptance, then I think it's a personal choice. Maybe someone can choose an institution based on geographic location. Let's say maybe you want to be by the coast. So, you know, you have your UKZN, you have your Stellenbosch, your UCT. Someone might say, yo, for me, Gauteng is life. So you have your WITS, you have your UP, SMU. So it's really subjective. Or you can say maybe I don't want to do 6 years of MBCHB. Why not do it for 5 years? You go to UFS. So at the end of the day, your 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 choice of medical schools is basically up to you. But I just want to reiterate that just know that the quality of the education you'll get in any of the medical schools in South Africa is the same throughout. We are all guarded by the HPCSA. So whichever medical school you go to, just know that they have to meet the criteria provided by the HPCSA. So at the end of the day, a graduate from UKZN, a graduate from UL, a graduate from UP, a graduate from Stellenbosch University, wherever you're coming from, you all, by the time you become that doctor, you have all met the criteria by HPCSA. So there's no thing of better or you're going to become a better doctor if you're going here or there. You know, it's even the same as like high school. Like think of it like that. You know, we had high schools that were more privileged. You know, high schools where you people were paying hundreds of thousands, and there were high schools where they were the cheapest. But when you're comparing the rates, sometimes you know that school that is being undermined was producing quality um, matriculants at the end of the day, and you might find that the ones that are being praised, you know, those fancy ones, were not producing as much. So it's really subjective. So go wherever, you're sorted. As long as you're an SA, you're the same. Yeah, no medical school is better than another. It is a privilege to be doing medicine. So wherever you are, yeah, just it is a privilege. You should be happy wherever you get taken. Oh yeah, and the standard. I just want to say that the standard remains the same wherever you are getting admitted. Yeah, the standard is the same throughout. There's no medical school where I can say like it's very easy to get into medicine in this one. So it's the same, man. It's really subjective. It's up to you to go wherever. Yeah, as long as you become the doctor at the end of the day. Right. The next question is okay. Can you still get into medicine if your grade 11 marks aren't that good? Yes, definitely. If you don't do well in grade 11, you still have a chance in matric to redeem yourself. So get those distinctions in matric, anything can still change there. So it's not over. It's not over. Okay. Next one is from Zebo. She says, how did you tackle first year pharmacology? Okay, first year pharmacology. Ooh, okay. I think with that, I remember it came at a time where most of us were just tired. It was towards the end of the year. I think it was like the last or second to last block we did in first year, and everyone was just tired. We had no energy. We just wanted to finish first year already. But generally, I'm someone I enjoy modules like pharmacology. I don't like modules that have like processes, like, physiology is just processes. If this happens, then this will happen. If this goes up, this goes down, wada, wada, wada. Yeah, I like pharmacology, it's just straightforward, man. It's this. I enjoyed it in that sense, but also I think with pharmacology, it was that one module where for the first time, like, I didn't finish content. Like, I got used to not finishing studying because it was just so much work, and we had daily tests for that. But I think the daily tests help because they ground you, and I have to study every single day because I have a test the following day. So it's just that keep the consistency. If you don't finish, it's okay. Like, that's one thing about medicine. Sometimes you need to get to a point where you accept that you won't always finish the workload, but just have a general understanding of what you're doing, and you should be fine. And generally, pharmacology, even in second year, it's that one module where, like, get your distinction. Like, honestly, get your distinction there. It's a lot of work, but get your distinction. Okay. Next one, Notolo says, end of first semester. Wait, what's happening here? Okay, let me move on to the next one. Uh, Next one says, okay, which is better for a BSc graduate with regards to applying for GAMP or just to apply first year medicine? Okay, so the question is, for someone who's a BSc graduate, should you rather apply for GAMP or should you apply to start as a first year medical student? I say both. Apply, because you don't know where you're going to get taken. Applying for GAMP is not a guarantee, neither is applying to start as a first year medical student. So do both, but obviously, GAMP gives you that advantage that at least now you get to skip 2 years of medicine and you start as a third year. So I think for me, obviously, that would be the first choice. Like, make sure that you, with the WebT and all preparations for GAMP, make sure that is in order and your marks are in order, so that you get to jump 2 years of medical school and start in third. But should that not work, have applied in other medical schools as well. Studying in first year is also not a problem, as long as you become a doctor at the end of the day. All right. Next question is from Shoni. Shoni, yes, HLN the Emperor. He says, what is it like living at Res? And would you ever think about moving out? Where to, when, and why? Res. I think Res is very for a student. Res is really convenient. Um, it's really convenient space with a lot of rules, obviously. I like it, man. I think it becomes what you want it to become. If you're a social person and you're the type of person that always goes to visit people, you're gonna enjoy it because it's the space for you where you get to mingle with people. But also, if you're that reserved person, you're also always in your rooms, you'll find it boring and stuff. So for me, I find it okay. I find it okay, but I would definitely move out. I would move if I get money, like get money, like yeah, I would move to a private accommodation anywhere around Gezina or Hatfield. I feel like at this point I wouldn't mind staying in Hatfield. Prince of is quite boring actually. I find it really boring, and going out your room and to the study hall, and there's always people studying. Sometimes it's such a I find that very it's stressing, man. It's really, really stressful. Sometimes I want to go out and see, when I go next door, I see someone studying something different. I see someone drawing a sketch or, you know, doing some engineering calculations. I think that would be fun. Yeah, so I would definitely move out. Yeah, to a private accommodation should I get money. The only reason I'm here is because it's convenient and I know should I owe fees, it's not a thing of like, hey, next month move out of race or anything. You can still negotiate and stuff like that. But it's a generally nice environment. I would recommend it. Yeah. So next question. What course can I do if I want to bridge to medicine after 6 months? So that course is called a BSc Biological Sciences. It's offered here at the University of Pretoria. So yeah, you do it for 6 months. They generally take 60 students every year. It's plus minus 60. and I must say it's extremely competitive. Like, I know generally people who get in are people with averages around 85 and above, and that is now during COVID times. Pre-COVID, I would say 75 and above, you are fine. But now during COVID times, it's really competitive, because remember, you are there with maybe like close to 1,000 students, if not more, that are doing this program, and from that 1,000, they're taking the top 60. So obviously, it's bound to happen that the top 60 might have an average of 85 and above. So it's really competitive. You need to, if you're going to go to that program, make sure that you're really prepared mentally, and you put in the work as well. Yeah, be ready to fight for your life, because yeah, it's hectic. But the nice thing about that is that if you don't get in, you can still apply the next year from second year. They don't force you to complete the degree. You can always try. All right. So, next question is from Kamo, and she says, "Hey, I got a conditional offer at tax for medicine after doing an internal transfer from accounting science. I'm struggling this second semester, and I don't think I'll maintain. What would you say is the maximum decrease that's acceptable? I'm worried." Okay, thank you for your question, Kamo. You've touched on a subject matter that we don't usually talk about, because we usually talk about people getting, like getting into medicine, like getting that conditional offer, as if like it ends there. You're just a conditional offer and you're definitely in. And people don't usually realize how much pressure there still is after getting the conditional offer. I know with me, I was more stressed after getting the conditional offer than I was before, because getting a conditional offer, it's like I have a piece of meat, a piece of KFC, and I'm just saying, like, lick it, have a taste, and then I'm telling you, do something, and then if you get it right, you're having the whole piece. So it's not like a guarantee. So it's very much stressful, and yeah. So I know, like, I understand how you must be feeling right now, because even with me, like, second semester after getting the conditional offer, I ended up dropping, and I knew, like, immediately, like, when we entered second semester, that what, there's no way I'll maintain the same average as I did in first semester. I don't think they write in your conditional offer, like, by how much percentage you can drop, but try not to drop too much. If maybe they took you with an 85, try not to go lower than 80. I think maybe 5%. I don't know. I don't think there is like a maximum, but now I try not to drop too much. Yeah, but definitely don't fail. Like, failing a module, I know definitely you're out. But yeah, I don't think they specify there. But with me, I know I dropped by how much? With me, it was 70. I dropped by 4%. Yeah, I dropped by 4%, and I got the offer. So just say five. I think 5% is safe. 5% is safe. Yeah. Hi guys. I'm obviously shooting this on a different day, so I had to stop the video there because it was quite long. I'll see when I can post the next segment. But yeah, I'm actually packing now to go home, going back to KZN. Um, so yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video with your friends, and yeah, go and follow me on Instagram, guys. Let's grow the family that side, and so we can interact more. If you want to DM, send those DMs. I try by all means to answer as many of you as I can. So yeah, go there. Let's interact with each other there. Till the next video.